Howdy folks, welcome back to Illidari Posse, the podcast for demon hunters in the world of Warcraft. This will be episode 3, and today I'm going to be starting a new demon hunter on the Legion Alpha and give you a kind of a playthrough of the demon hunter starter area. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then you might as well skip this episode, because I'll pretty much be running through the starter zone, see how far I can get, give you some ideas on where to pick up some items in the starter zone, some little treasures, to give you kind of a head start when Legion releases. So here we go. Really like the load screen backgrounds. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see the load screen background and you'll see the video and everything like that. If you're listening to this on the podcast and you want to see the video, you can go to YouTube and search for Illidari Posse and find the video there. So and there it goes, and we're loaded up. I'm gonna just change a few interface things. Alright. Like I said, this is the starter area.
Sargeras's keystone is the crux of my plan to defeat the Burning Legion. It is also your only way back. Find it and return to the Black Temple.
And if you're listening, and what you just heard was Illidan Stormrage talking in game, that's kind of a new thing I think they're doing, where a little screen pops up at the bottom, he gives you a little dialogue and it talks, you see the little character
Lord
profile and stuff
Illidan
like
knows
that.
the way.
I'm not going to read the quest text or anything like that, because I
Do
don't
not
want to
give
spoil
in
it
to
too
you
much.
heard, Lord Illidan. Let's
If you listen
find
to
that
episode 2,
keystone.
I did
With
talk
it,
about the Demon
we'll
Hunter
be able
Warglaive
to
weapons and how
invade
high
any
up they sit on
Legion
their
world,
backs.
even
And as you can see here,
Argus.
they sit really
Kill
high.
them all!
And that is because when you unsheath the weapon, their hands actually move up to where the grips are in the middle of the weapon. So I know they have to sit up a little high. So see right there. But it still looks like they're way top heavy. I don't really like it. But that's just my personal opinion. So I don't want that mount. And on the alpha, they give you all the mounts. That's pretty sweet. And I'll talk about real quick about some of the abilities that you start out with. Of course, I am playing the Blood Elf. But you start out with Spectral Sight as of right now, and it's an instant cast, 30-second cooldown. Allows you to see enemies and treasure. And I disconnected, but I'm back, and I was starting to talk about Spectral Sight, the starter ability that you get. It's an instant cast, 30-second cooldown. Allows you to see enemies and treasures through physical barriers, as well as enemies that are stealth and invisible. And it lasts 10 seconds. Attacking or taking damage disrupts the sight. And I'll go ahead and check that out right now. And it's bugged apparently, because it's supposed to, okay, it puts you in crouch. It's supposed to like stealth you, but some green fire stuff supposed to come around the corner of the screen, so I'll try to get it in a minute. You also start out with Fell Rush, which is instant cast, a 10-second recharge. Just 2 charges for that. It rush forward, incinerating anything in your path for 8,712 chaos damage. You also start out with Demon's Bite, melee range, instant cast, requires melee weapon, quick attack that causes 8,233 physical damage and generates 20 to 30 fury. And then your Fury Spender, which will be Chaos Strike, costs 40 fury, instant cast, slice your target for 16,065 chaos damage. Critical strikes do not consume fury. So that's pretty much your starter abilities, and that's the abilities that'll be pretty much your primary rotation. And I'm going to do this Demon Hunter as Havoc, which is the DPS spec. So there's Fell Rush there, just pushes you forward like a charge.
You are outmatched and outnumbered.
And when you kill a mob, there's a little purple orb that spawns up, and which when you kill demons, it'll give you a demon soul buff for a few seconds, and it deals 20% increased damage, and that is thanks to passive Shattered Souls. When you kill a target that grants experience or honor, the target's soul will sometimes be shattered, leaving a soul fragment behind until cancelled. The soul fragment will be consumed when you approach it, healing you for 25% of max health. If the soul fragment came from a demon, you will deal 20% increased damage for 15 seconds. Another passive ability is Glide. It reduces your falling speed. It's got a 1.5 second cooldown. And then you have Double Jump is also your passive, but of course, if you're listening to this show, you've probably already said that. Demon Hunters know
It's
all
too
about
far away.
and the Glide ability. But when you start up on a hill up there where I came from, and I know some people listening rather than watching is going to be like, what hill? You start on top of a hill, you run down the hill, and if you go to your left,
I'll scout forward after this.
there'll be a cave over here, which you'll see
I
right here in a
have a
second,
target.
that has some treasure in it that we're going to get. Talk about the items that it has. And the mobs, even if another player, if you're watching the video, another player was attacking that mob, with me, you still get experience.
I need to go closer.
If you both tag it, so. So make sure you hit everything, even if somebody's fighting you. And there's the treasure chest there. Excuse me. And this is what it looks like with Spectral Sight. Enemies are red, dead enemies are orange, treasure chests are purple. In the chest you get, if you go to the left and go down to the cave, you'll get a Legion Health Stone, which is basically a Health Stone. And you'll get something called Veil Crystal Fragments that you can only use in the Vault of the Wardens or the starter area Mardoom. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on my bar. Because the Veil Crystal Fragments, you gain a chance on hit to deal fire damage and increase movement speed by 10% for 10 minutes.
You are outmatched and outnumbered.
Pretty much the first quest you'll get is kill about 15 demons. So basic quest, you just run around and kill a bunch of crap. There's quite a few of those.
I need a target. Orders your death. I need to target something first.
Once you're done with that, you got to go plant your Illidari banner.
Sayana, Jace, Alari, find the keystone. Now, let's see about activating that gateway.
The basic story behind the starter area is that Illidan sent you and a bunch of demon hunters here to take a keystone, which will allow you to open up portals to demon worlds
between the Legion and Annihilation.
Kill a bunch of demons because you're a demon hunter and that's your
the rest
thing.
of our forces.
The items that you get
I'll cut a
while
hole
in
through
the
demons
starter
and meet you
area
in the
and also the
volcano.
leveling area are just like the ones in
I will join
Warlords of Draenor.
Let's kill
They have a
some more.
chance to go from rare to epic, and from
Plenty of souls were
green to
sacrificed
blue,
here.
so
The activator is power. I will move ahead and find a lot.
I present you with a gift.
from Lord Illidan himself.
And once you open up the
My
first gate,
forces
that's
are
when
yours.
your Ash Tongue forces come out,
We
and
will
then
assist in
they give
establishing
you
the
the
volcano
Failsaber mount,
foothold.
which is the Demon Hunter class mount. You can see it
Ash
right
Tongue,
here if you're watching the
forward!
video. If you're listening to the podcast, it's basically a purple tiger with cool skulls and shit all over it, and green fire coming out of it, and it's got a skull instead of a head. It's pretty neat. It's a nice mount. I like it. I like it a lot. Basic run animation for any of the like Night Elf specific saber mounts. And once you get the Ash Tongue forces, you get a world quest to assault Mardum. Basically, you just run around
Did I just see one of the gateways activate?
activating
I
gateways
want a
and
full
stuff like
report!
that.
Now!
Over here. Lord Illidan knows the way.
Azeroth must not fall. I will meet you down at the gateway on the
What
molten
have
shore.
you given? Good luck. I will make my way up to the foothold as soon as I am done with this.
Check all the
demon.
caves, check all the areas for all the little nice health stones and crystal fragments and things like that. And there's a trinket, or not a trinket, it's
Those things spew fell energy,
a
corrupting
own use
everything
item
they
that you can
touch.
get that'll increase your agility and I think your stamina or something. And I'll show you where you get that in just a second. Well, I say a second. Yeah, it'll be a second because it's up here where you kill the first little mini boss. And the first little mini boss will give you, as it is right now, will give you the I-beam ability.
I'm out of range.
I will not give in.
And I'm not sure if it's an alpha thing or what, but anytime you fail rush, it automatically puts you in combat with the closest mob to you. It targets and puts you in combat, so I don't really like that, but you know, I didn't make the game, so there's nothing I can do about it. Because just like here, I mean, there's yellow mobs that don't attack you, and every now and then you'll fail rush past one and put your combat direction and hit it. So that's why I'm doing it. And the starter area, Demon Hunters, they seem strong. They seem overpowered. But they're really not once you get out of the starter area and get into the questing zones and things like that. The mobs have a lot of health. Demon Hunters are kind of squishy, to be honest with you right now. So, but the item I was talking about a second ago, when you go to fight your first mini boss, the Inquisitor Baleful, if you go to the left, you get a nice little item. Inquisitor's Menacing Eye is what it's called. It's a soulbound item. It increases your agility and stamina. Counts as both a battle and guardian elixir. So. Yeah, it's got a good ball.
My eyes! My eyes!
There it is. I-beam. Cost 50 fury. 45-second cooldown. Blast all enemies directly in front of you for 65,970 chaos damage. And make sure too that you keep a check around. If you're watching the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Keep a check around the area. There's these green spell-looking crystals around that you'll see every now and then. And if you go and you use it, it's empowered fail crystal. Gives you a nice little 2-minute buff to where you can constantly fail rush. So, nice little speed boost around the starter area.
All of you hunters are using the gateways! Inquisitor Baleful? Who is this? Speak!
Hurry! You don't have much time.
So long.
The second gateway, you
final gate.
can get the coal scar forces. And as you can see if you're watching the video,
Illidari, Commander.
these wasn't bugged before,
present
but they're
the
bugged
coil
now, so they all have
scar.
these white mohawks.
Lord
I'm
Illidan
not real
sends
sure
his best wishes
what's up with
for
that.
speedy success.
But yeah, that's a thing.
I assume
White mohawks.
the foothold has
I'm
been
out of
established.
range.
Lady Setheno requested I join.
And when you unlock the ash tongue and the coal fang resources and things like that, every now and then they'll help you out in combat, come and assist you.
Lovely. Another fell volcano.
It's too far away.
I'll use I-beam in a second, so if anybody's watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. But like I said, make sure you check the caves. Caves have cool stuff in them a lot of times. A lot of the cool stuff is out in the world. But gotta have them treasure chests. And I think, to the best of my knowledge, I've located all the treasure chests in the starter area, so if you're watching the video, you'll see all the locations that they're at least in the alpha. Make sure if they're going to change locations or add or remove things whenever the game comes out.
out of range.
Zoom down just a little bit. I'll leave the dialogue up so you can hear it, because I like the dialogue. A lot better than listening to me. There's another fail crystal there. I grab it.
I need a target.
I said I'd show the I-beam, so I'm about to do it right now.
It's
Here's the
too
mob,
far
get
away.
your fury built up, and then now it looks like they've changed it a little bit on the latest alpha build. It used to be when the demon hunter, well, let me take that back. The blood elf demon hunter used metamorphosis. They would turn into like a cream colored demon. It was weird. I don't know. I guess it was like a placeholder or something. But as soon as I get metamorphosis, I'll
weak.
show you.
Hard to contain.
I think it
My
changed because
energy.
when I used I-beam that time, he turned into a darker
I almost
purple colored
lost the
demon,
light
like it's.
against
I think
the
it's supposed to look like so. And you get metamorphosis at the end of the quest chain, so. Come here, dog.
I sense greater power within you. Have you stolen a demon's essence?
Yes, I stole his
Do
essence.
not give in to the power of the Legion. Use the Crucible to complete the ritual.
There are demon hunters on my world, Doom Commander. This is unacceptable.
My Illidari are summoning in more demons to attack them from behind, Your Highness.
Do not let them enter the volcano. The key to the Legion's worlds must not fall into their hands, Beliash.
I will personally deal with their leader, my queen.
See that you do.
And the female voice you heard in that would be Brood Queen Tyrana.
I've sacrificed everything.
She's kind of like
What
the
have you
boss of the
given?
little starter area.
Trust in Lord Illidan's plan. Beliash is protected by those spires of
Beliash
woe.
is right
You'll
now
want
is
to
the guy
deactivate
that you
them.
get
Good luck. I'll see you up in the vault.
the interrupt from that I talked about in episode 2 of the podcast. And like I said, I'm kind of trying to stay true to what I said on episode 2 as far as weekly. I'll be doing an episode, a main podcast episode where I'll be covering a battle pet and a mount, and then some demon hunter discussion, and then my time in game, and then episodes in between those weekly episodes will be Demon Hunter gameplay. So trying to
Those spires
stay
give you
true
trouble.
to that.
Take out the stabilizers.
Take out the stabilizers, which
Deal
we will
with
do
these
because those things are in the way, and then they shoot you with Fellfire.
Range. Get away from that spire!
Which they already deactivated. I don't know if there's
I need to get closer.
Demon will die.
I-beam. And I-beam just fucking wreck shit right now. Which I'm sure they'll nerf the damage on it a little bit, but it's an awesome ability.
Inferno peak.
And like I said, once you kill Doom Commander Balayash, you get an ability called Consume Magic, and it interrupts the enemy spellcasting and locks them from that school of magic for 3 seconds. It generates maximum fury on a successful interrupt, and it's a 20-second cooldown. So you get a nice little Demon Hunter interrupt.
We have a huge problem here.
We have a huge problem. There's a part in the quest chain where you have to come up to open another gateway to pull in more of your reinforcements, where you either have to sacrifice a brother demon hunter or you have to sacrifice yourself. So I always sacrifice myself, because if you sacrifice him, spoilers, he's still around, but he's like a ghost. So
Trust
I
in
always
Lord
just kill myself.
Illidan's. Your
That'd be a
sacrifice will not be in vain.
cool little dialogue here in a second from Illidan. Once I release, he'll tell you, you know, about having an immortal demon soul, and that right there, bam, that mount. If you watch it on YouTube, that guy just mounted up on, supposedly is another demon hunter mount that you're going to be able to get. So we'll see what that turns out to be.
Interesting. Like me, you have an immortal demon soul. You cannot truly die. Instead, your soul will make its way to the twisting nether. There, you will wait until you can find a suitable body to inhabit. Now get back into your corpse while there is still time, and bring me the keystone.
That little bit of dialogue from Illidan is kind of like an explanation of how he's able to be resurrected by Gul'dan in the video, because, like you heard, Illidan Stormrage has an immortal demon soul. Rather than him dying and staying dead, his soul just goes to the twisting nether, and he has to find a body to inhabit after that.
Ah, there you are. Lord Illidan has placed my Shivara at your disposal.
Pretty much right now, once you get the
A small force
Shivara
has infiltrated the
unlocked
Black
and they
Temple,
come through the
but
portal, if
Shatari
you
army
go
is
directly
still
behind them
in
and to the
hell.
right, there's a treasure chest,
We are to obtain the
which
Samurai
has health
keystone
stones
with
in
all
it.
due
The
haste,
health
and
stones,
return to aid in the defense.
unlike
If you will
the
excuse
Warlock
us.
ones, you can have
Come,
more
my
than
dears,
3.
up the volcano to the
So collect as many of those as you can get, because you're going to need them later. Because like I said, demon hunters are kind of squishy once you get out of the starter area. I know they seem overpowered in the starter area,
Mount
but
up. The Legion is not playing around.
that's just because
They've
of
unleashed their
it's the starter area.
devastators.
Like the
barely
DKs.
made it
DKs
through.
were overpowered
Most
whenever
of
they
us
first came out,
anyway.
but even
We're
now, you
under
know, they
bombardment
seem
up
way
here, too.
overpowered in the starter area. And once you start running up the path after you get the Shivara, if you start looking to your right about maybe 3/4 of the way up the path, there's a treasure chest on the right side. You have to jump over some rocks and around some a river of fell goop. I get it. It'd be just before you get into an Inferno Peak. That's the little area in the questing area I'm in now. So, and I'm just skipping over these demons because ain't nobody got time for that.
You made it through.
And they're going to shut the server down in about 15 minutes. So yeah, I'll be cutting this one pretty short. But I'll leave off. I'll start back where I leave off, rather.
Azeroth must not fall.
So don't worry,
Remember,
I'll make another video.
Nothing is more
in another
important.
episode.
The Spider Fortress, the Soul Engine,
Once
and
the server
Forge
comes
are their
back up.
primary targets. The servants
White
of Illidan
Mohawk.
must succeed. Little one.
I wouldn't call what I do serving the Illidari a
That
fine
shit's so funny to
task
me,
for the
White
Coil
Mohawks.
Scar. I am in agreement.
I'd sooner kill you than look
Let
at you.
us be done
When
with
you will
this
see it done.
business.
I urge you to remember that the
And basically,
Black
if you're
Temple is under
listening
attack.
to the podcast rather than watching on YouTube,
Another
all the little background talking is just
Our former
you're sending
brethren
out
await our
your
tender mercies.
Coal Fang, and then you're sending out
Ashtongue,
your
with me.
Ashtongue and the Shivara to different points in the starter area. So that's all that is.
I have sacrificed everything. We cannot launch our attack until we are sure we won't be flanked.
Yes, let's be certain to take care of that.
I didn't say it earlier, but you start out in the starter area at level 98, and then once you're done with it, you should be level 100. So
We are all that stands. Will you use your spectral sight on the cave entrance? Something's not right.
yes, as a matter of fact, I will. So you see spectral sight, you see the little red guys back there, that's the mobs, and there's a purple treasure chest in the cave. We're looking through the wall to see the mobs in the cave.
Lord Illidan knows the way. Death to the Legion.
I beam it up.
They won't escape us. Illidari, attack!
You also, I didn't say it, but you also start, when you start your Demon Hunter, you start out with a title. It'll be Illidari is your title, so it'll be Illidari before your name. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
What is it now?
And McCoy Fang with the white Mohawks, they're fighting the demons inside the cave. And we just went into the cave, collected a treasure chest. Now we're going to fight our way back to a little mini boss who's going to give us another ability, which will be Throw Glaive.
The Fell Lord is just ahead.
In Sir Gillis's name!
I beam. I beam in the starter area pretty much kills any full health mob. So if you got a bunch of mobs, just I beam it up. Kill 'em.
My axe never misses its mark.
It's too far away.
There it is, killed the guy. We got Throw Glaive. 10-second cooldown, 30-yard range, instant cast, throw a demonic glaive at the target, dealing 13,933 physical damage. The glaive can ricochet to 2 additional enemies within 10 yards. Pretty nice ability. Get a ring from the treasure chest after you kill that guy. Not a bad ring. I try to get as much mastery as possible right now. Just because your mastery, it increases your chaos damage by 16% and your movement speed by 16%. So, you know, like the descriptions say, Demon Hunters are all about mobility, double jumping, gliding around, fell rushing everywhere, cool shit like that, because Demon Hunters are awesome. And then with your mastery, you get movement speed increase as well. So you'll be able to outrun even the swiftest of rogues. Server shutting down in 11 minutes, so we got a couple more minutes. Let's see how far I can get before the server. Yeah, I still cannot talk. Before the server shuts
My
down.
life is dedicated to destroying the
Just hit level 99.
Those devastators are not
Picking
destroyed.
up some quests.
cut a swath of destruction on
They
her way
outnumber
across
us
the
by an
bridge.
order of magnitude. Can we defeat them?
Once you hit 99, you'll get your first talent point. You got 3 talent abilities you can choose from. Fail Mastery, which is a passive. It increases the critical strike chance of your Fail Rush by 100%. Gain 25 Fury when Fail Rush damages at least one target. Your second one is Demonic Appetite, which is a passive. Chaos Strike has a chance to spawn a Soul Fragment, and consuming a Soul Fragment grants 30 Fury. And then you have Blind Fury, which is a passive, increases the duration of Eye Beam by 50%. I personally always go with Blind Fury because I want as much Eye Beam as humanly possible, because right now it's such a strong ability. And I don't know if you can hear it or anything, but if you hear me keep scratching my head, I just got a haircut yesterday. She cut it super short, so I don't have lice, I swear.
I commend you on a good start. However, your forces are already wavering. I look forward to us meeting, but you will not survive.
Okay, you done talking, lady? Alright, pretty much once you get your throw glaive abilities...
It's you who won't survive, Demon Witch.
Demon Witch! Once you get the throw glaive ability, you'll go to your next little area, which is a bunch of little spiders and shit.
Tell me, dear, have you considered joining us?
You gotta destroy a bunch of fail cannons. Yeah, quit talking. Gotta destroy a bunch of fail cannons, and then once you destroy the first fail cannon, which will be right now on your left, if you'll go up, follow the left path, look to your left, and there's a little mob over here. Fail Weaver, spider guy. And there's a chest behind him, and I'll show you what's in the chest in just a second. Once you kill him, behind him is a chest. Open the chest. Oh, look at that. 28 slot bag. You start out with 16 slot demon hide satchels. So a 28 slot bag is nice for a starter area item. I really wish the server wasn't going down so I could get Metamorphosis and show you about that, but and in this little spider area, there's these little spider webs on the ground. If you step on them, if you're watching the video, it's right there. If you step on them, a bunch of little spiders come out, and they're really fucking annoying because they web you. You can't move.
That device you just destroyed helps stabilize the Legion's buildings. See if there are others around the fortress.
This is embarrassing.
Once you come up a little further, there's a rare mob, King Varash, or Varas, however you want to pronounce it. Like I said, earlier episodes, I'm from South Georgia, I pronounce shit weird. So, come in and kill him, he gives you an item, pisses the Blood Queen or Brood Queen off because it's her hubby. He spawns these egg sacs, or spider eggs. Just fail rush over them, and it should kill them in one fail rush. Make sure you kill them, because if not, they spawn little spiders and they're annoying as hell.
We will help you destroy.
So save your fail rushes for those, rather than using them on the boss. Like a boss. And we've killed him.
They've
see what we get.
Slain me.
You get a cloak.
My queen.
You will be avenged, my
Blue
love.
cloak. I did make a demon hunter the other day just to run through the starter area again, because like I've said, I've made tons of demon hunters because they're just that awesome. And every item, quest item, piece of equipment that I got, every piece of equipment I got out of a chest, every piece of equipment I got off of a boss, all turned into purple items. So by the time my demon hunter got out of the starter area, he pretty much had a purple item in almost every slot, and it was pretty sweet. But this character I created is not looking so lucky. How much longer we got? We got 6 minutes. We gotta rush. We gotta rush.
It's too far away.
Excuse me. I am still sick. Now I know you're gonna be like, this guy's sick as hell. Yeah, I've been sick for like a week with this respiratory infection.
To the will of Sargeras.
Another neat thing about the Legion expansion, if anybody hasn't seen it yet, is now whenever you're in combat and start using resources and losing health and stuff like that, it pops up a nice little health and resource bar right up under your character in the middle of the screen. So it's pretty nice. I've seen a lot of people pull their character, I don't know what the hell you would call their little character picture with the health and resource below it. They'll pull it to the middle of the screen because they like stuff in the middle right there. You don't have to take your eyes off the fight. You just look in the middle of the screen and you'll be able to see everything. So they made that
Come closer.
it doesn't actually get in the way or anything. Show your warglaive. Throw that bitch. Throw it. Yeah, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So after this model, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end it there. But if you watched it on YouTube, I appreciate you watching it. Try to subscribe to me because I'm gonna be coming out with a lot more videos. If you listen to it on the podcast, I appreciate that as well too. Leave me some feedback. What you think about this? What you think about this future setup? If you just hate it, let me know you hate it, and I'll quit doing it, or I'll keep doing it, and then just ignore people.
I need to get closer.
So, I'm at a pretty good stopping point here. So I'm going to end it with that. I got 2 minutes 45 seconds for the server shut down, so I'll leave this character here and do another episode whenever the server comes back up. So, like usual, appreciate you listening to the show or watching it on YouTube, and I hope you subscribe and keep listening. Thanks. We'll see you.